Hi and good evening, welcome. This is Ruth here at Artful Stampin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based here in the UK. So if it's the first time you've ever visited my channel, or maybe it's the second or third or fourth or fifth time and you still haven't subscribed, because I know there's about 26% of you out there who haven't, please could you hit that subscribe button? It just helps me out, it helps me to be seen on YouTube, and yeah, hopefully, well, if you're back, it means you've enjoyed yourself, so come back again. Anyway, so this is a live video. So what happens with live videos is I have a whole load of comments going on the side of my screen, and so I respond to those. And so if you've missed watching the live, I'm really sorry, but please do leave a comment, and hopefully I'll get to know you that way. So hello Martina, hi Vicky, good morning, hello, good afternoon Sheila, great to see you. And we usually have folk from all around the world joining us, so some folk are in the South Pacific, some are in Europe, some are in America and Canada, so we get to know all sorts of different weather systems. It is cold here today. I have a jumper and my shawl on, and as soon as I do the desk thing, I'm putting my hat on. It's cold. I've had to put my radiator on for the first time this autumn. Yes, it is quite cold. Apparently it's going to warm up over the next few days, but it's cold at the moment. So I have my candle on my heat foot warmer. Before anyone starts writing letters in saying that's not safe, Ruth, I have this amazing gadget that was gifted to me that is super safe, that you put a candle in, you close this metal container thing, and you put your feet on it. It keeps your feet nice and warm. So I've got one candle on. I did have two on earlier. I've got one on now. So there we go. Hi Heather, hi Jill, hi Paula, hi Patricia, lovely to see you all. All right, so the idea I have for tonight is to create a very dark and kind of grungy background, and then punch out some leaves and see what happens. All right, I sort of have an idea, but we'll see where it takes us and go from there. So I grabbed out a piece of cardstock, a piece of Mossy Meadow. I thought just to stamp some dark colours onto here. Let's check my mic is working. I think I shared this video out all the good places. So but however, if you're watching this and you think you may have some friends that might enjoy a little visit with me, then yeah, do invite them now, as we're at the beginning of the video. All right, so I grabbed out a few stamp sets here. I'm trying to use some of the things that are in the mini catalogue so that you get an idea of what's in there, as that's currently available. Hi Heather. It's not 12 by 12, no, it's just A4, like your 8.5 by 11. Yeah, sorry, I think because it took up all my screen, it looks like, oh, my matches as well. Put my matches away. All right, I even got the whales out because I don't know, I just thought, why not? I like the idea of it being, of a background having like various things in it that someone has to go, what is that? It's snowing with Vicky. Oh my word. It's springtime as well with you, isn't it? Wow. Hi, Miss Merriday. All right, so I've got the trees from Forever Forest. I need to put it on a bit more centrally. There we go. And this is going to be a bit of an abstract kind of thing. Just going to stamp and see what happens. Hi Candy, hi Delinda. Good to see you all. Whales remind me of men. Well, they're just not flowery. Put it that way. They're not flowery. And I sometimes like doing things a bit abstract, as I know that you do too, Martina. You like doing things that are a little bit surprising. I mean, I could just use the landscape bits, couldn't I? But I don't know. Why not? I mean, it's all going to be this whole thing is going to end up as being a very dark background, so you may or may not see the whales later. Because I'm going to keep stamping until you can hardly see some of these images. As I said, it is just going to be a background. Yes, delightful Delinda darling. Loving all the adjectives. Magnificent Martina. Hi Melly. Hi Melanie. How are you? Got Melly and Melly sitting together. I love it. It's so much fun when that happens. Not to say quirky. What not to say quirky? Or do you think it is quirky? I don't know what I'm doing. I literally just want to cover this whole page with stuff. So I'm not kind of over worrying about whether it makes sense or not. It's just got to be covered with pattern. So I'm just going to be fitting it in wherever I can. I'm going to be getting a darker colour out in a second. Hi Cindy. I'm not doing too bad, Melanie, although this late afternoon I start to feel a bit achy. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to be ill again. But it could just be me. I'm obviously fine enough to be doing stamping, but just not 100%. Don't know why. All right. Oh, put that one there. Now I want to go in with a darker colour. Maybe some Mossy Meadow. So I know this might look quite light to you because it's got lighting on it, but it is Mossy Meadow, which is quite a dark colour. I'm not sure, Vanessa. I'm not sure. I just feel a little bit achy in the shoulders. But I was in my studio this afternoon and I hadn't realised how the temperature had dropped. And I got a bit cold. And I had to go warm up in the house. And then I just feel a bit like, you know, when you feel like you're brewing something. But I'm like, I was brewing something last week. I can't be ill again. Right, so this is the speckles from that Forever Forest. Just getting some everywhere, and this is in Mossy Meadow. kind of want to put an all over texture over this. And I don't know whether just putting it through an embossing folder might be a good plan. Let me just go and have a look on my shelf to see if I've got some other texture. I was thinking about these. These might look good. I guess it's a season, Melanie, you know. Those kind of cold bugs are coming out a bit more now. Hello from a cold London, heating on. Yeah, actually I've went and put our house heating on for the first time today as well. Because I hadn't, like I said, I hadn't realised how the temperature had dropped, and then I looked at my phone, I was like, oh, okay, it is cold. Right, I quite like that texture. This one. Now I'm going to do different directions for this script because I don't want to have to use this paper in any particular direction, so I'm just changing it up from time to time. And it kind of makes it look, by doing Mossy Meadow on Mossy Meadow, it just looks super textural. This is the only time you'll see Martina commenting in a very polite way. I'm joking. She's being ever so polite, asking you to give me a thumbs up. Alright, so if you've just joined and wondering what I'm doing, I'm just making a green, very dark green, overall kind of background textured bit of stamping, because I want to cut this up and have this as a background to some leaves that I'm going to cut out and then stick onto here. No, I didn't get around to using, I like these little stars. Oh, I'm dropping blocks into ink pads now. Oh, Sheila, have you started your decorating your Bible that you bought? Sheila shared a video with me that I'd actually already seen. It'd come up for me on YouTube. Somebody bought a Bible, like just quite a fairly inexpensive one, but then put tabs in it for all their favourite places to kind of meditate on and pray through. And it just looks so colourful, and but just really helpful resource. So Sheila was going to give it a go. Actually, Candy, I think you might like it. I'll just send you the link for it. Oh, and Vicky. All these people now I'm thinking might like that. Right, so stars are kind of only showing up where there isn't really much other texture, but it's quite fun to have them in there. Alright, I think we'll stop there then for the stamping. And let's have a think about what colour to use for the leaves. garden green. I was thinking of actually going something a bit brighter, like, you know, granny apple green or lemon lime. Try a bit of granny apple. All right, let me put these stamps down. Out of the way a second. So I've got the 2 leaf punches that are kind of obvious to use. This new one that to me, and the branch one. Hi Sheila. Oh Melanie, yes. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sheila. 3 years old. Oh, that's shocking. Clearly very tragic. Oh my goodness. That is hard. This is soft sea foam. I was tidying up early and just threw this bit into my bin and then thought, oh no, I can use that. Right, let's see if I can cut out a few of the these bigger ones. Now obviously you can use dies, you can have a merry old time cutting a heap of these out. But I do like using punches for their ease, you know, they're just ready availability. Don't have to get a big machine out. Just chop away. And it's a great way to use up little scraps as well. Oh my goodness, that's horrible, Sheila. Oh, what a shock. Was it like meningitis or something? That can come on very quickly. Very, very, very quickly. Oh, my goodness. Right, I'm just having a quick look through some of my... I have a whole pile of like cut out backgrounds just to see if there's anything greeny that would be good. Sheila, if it's appropriate, if there's anybody who wants to send cards, are you happy for me to give out your address if someone emails me for it? Let me know if you think that's appropriate. Oh, take care, Nessa. Hi, Shaz. They don't know yet, not released from Connor. Oh, goodness. Can't imagine. So for those just joining, I've just stamped onto Mossy Meadow card lots and lots of different texture stamps and picture stamps just to create a very dark green background. And I've also gone ahead and cut out some leaf punches, with leaf punches rather. I'm just looking to see if I do have some other punches that could be used for leaves, but let's see which way around this goes. Just thought it would be fun to have. Okay, that's fine, Sheila. No, just let us know if there's anything we can do. Hi, Pam. Yeah, this was kind of the idea, but I'm not sure if it is the idea. Just that was, yeah, what I thought to do. Like, just have this really dark green background, but I think I need it a bit darker, so I'm going to get the blending brush out and just add some more. Oh, that's better. Dark green to the edge. That's better. Hi, Lisa. I'm just not sure. Not sure if I'm feeling it. I think that's better with the ink to edge. I'll do this one a bit as well. Not too much. Just a little. Little bit just helps to make it look a bit more. It gives it dimension, put it that way. I actually quite like the simplicity of just the 3 leaves. Oh, I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. Just very big. I'll just try putting a bit of texture into them. See if that will help. That leaf would make a cool lion's face. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that now. Oranges and reds. Oh, okay, yeah. That's a good idea. I think I just don't know what I'm making the focal point. Am I making the focal point the leaves? Or, yeah, I don't know. For having it in the middle. And then I was going to maybe have, oh, I could use a piece of this and just stamp with white, like the greeting on white. Like with some white embossing powder maybe. Actually, I'm quite happy with that. That's turned out a bit better than my other efforts. So let's stick that down for now. I've got 3 others, that's it. The big leaves are not doing it for you. Fair enough. Berries. Better with texture. Okay, thank you. Oh, I forgot to put texture into these. Yeah, I think that ultimately the sentiment should be the focal point. So I think embossing it with some white embossing powder, something, I don't know what yet. I got actually, you're going to get well soon. do that. I haven't got many Get Well Soon cards. Do we now, Shaz? Ah, so DDM means Demonstrator Development Manager. Oh, I've not seen that announcement. Let me just go and check. Where did you see that, Shaz? Oh, is it during the meeting? Oh, hold on. Oh, I'd love to know where you're getting your information from. Yeah, so for each region, Stampin' Up has a manager for us demonstrators to go to. So, now I am actually very tempted to use copper, but I'm not sure the copper, that although it's really beautiful colour, I just don't feel it would show up super well. So I'm not going to stamp it in the copper. I'm just going to do it in the white. There we go. Oh, I better check my inbox then. Oh yeah, yeah, I just got an email too. Hi Anne. You've just made a card in greens. Okay. Oh, it's quite nice warming my hands up. Did I just do that properly? I think I did. It'd be helpful if I wore the right glasses. That's better. Right. There's a little snip. Sorry guys, I really am on a bit of a slow go tonight. Can't do anything in a hurry tonight, I'm afraid. Slow go. I even said it wrong. It's go slow, isn't it? Right. Get some dimensionales. I'm liking the idea of doing an autumnal one. I feel like I really should get my die cutting machine out and do some different style of leaves. Oh, you know what, before I do that, just want to put a bit of dark green on the edge of this. Hi, Linda. There we go. Very modern. I say so myself. I quite like that. I like it now. Oh dear. Took me a minute to get there, but I got there in the end. Well, what I could do is I've got some of this lovely sort of watery colour background. I could cut out some leaves using this. I know it's a bit pinky, but I can get my blending brush on it in a second and make it go a different colour. Oh, the autumn leaf mask. Oh, that's a good idea. All right, let's get some alternative colour out then. I'm thinking a bit of pumpkin, which I now can't find. Where have I put it? Oh. Oh, it's under my desk. Oh, I can't be bothered. Right, let's go for a bit of Cajun. Hide this white line. Blend it in. There we go. That'll do. As long as you don't tell anybody. That looks alright, doesn't it? Thank you, Martina. Right, try and give this a bit more of a pinky look rather than an orange. Sorry, make it orange rather than pinky. And I've got one of these. Right, again, I think this could benefit from having some darker edges. You whoop whoop, well done, Joanna. You're very kind and emphatic, Martina. All right, so we thought that the whole tweezering of the leaf worked, so we'll do that again. Give it a bit more texture. Oh, there we go. I quite like that. Should we go with that? I think this just goes to show that when you find a design that kind of works, make a few. Because sometimes it can take you ages to find a good design of a card. And if you're having to do that every time you make a card, it can get a little bit time consuming. So when you hit on an idea that works, go with it and play with it as well, because you'll be improving it every time you do something a little bit different. Actually, I'm going to use a dimensional for that one. There we go. That one needs sticking in. Right, so same again. I think it would benefit from some sort of wording there. I think I saw one of them, it just said a hello. And hello is a good overall. No, not that one. Ah, this one, in Gorgeously Made. Just got hello. Oh, no. Not quite at the right angle. Oh well. We'll see what it's like. Might have to trim it down afterwards. Okay, that flicked a little bit too much. That wasn't a good idea. Oh well. I'll heat it up and see what happens. That's wonderful, Susan. You'd make a fine demonstrator of card making. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it looks a bit weak. Let's try again. For some reason, the top half of the sentiment just looked a bit squished. Right, let's start again. That's a bit better. Oh, that's much better. Much better. You still present a few bigs. I used a leaf shape to cut out satin ribbon for ornaments. Oh, gosh, that must be a big satin ribbon. If you're cutting a leaf, well, it depends, I suppose, how big your leaf shape is, but. Right, so it is on the wonk a little bit, but nothing a little bit of hand cutting can't sort out. So, there we go. There we go. Right. Ah. Hello. So I just cut up the dimensional there to make it a more suitable size for what I need. Oh, that's lovely. See, I told you it didn't really matter what was stamped in the background. It's just about creating fun texture. Right, I think I'll do one more. Pinks and reds, says Wendy. Well, I was just going to use up what I've got here, but I might be able to. What, with this one, Wendy, or are you referring to the one I've just done? Wonder what would happen if I put a bit of Cajun onto these. Ooh, that's quite nice. A little bit of Cajun. A little bit of red. Yes, we often have this discussion about all the different hello songs there are. Because there's hello from the outside. Or inside, I don't know. Somewhere in Adele's head. Dee, 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 dee. Then there's, I'm sure there's another hello song. Your phone keeps changing what you write. Oh, oh yes. The struggle is real. Right, I'm just going to use up what I've got left on my desk. So, in terms of, you know, what's been cut out already. What's that? Oh, that's nice. Quite like the brightness of that one, but... And my arms are up and wide. Oh no, that's the wrong line. You're all I ever need. Sorry, my voice is really not with it today. Oh dear. Like, my brain is saying one note, but my mouth is saying another. Oh. Thank you, Heather. Now, I don't think these leaves are normally like textured in this way, but I think for the sake of this card it has worked really well just to add some sort of really subtle texture without sort of taking away too much from the plainness, because I like the plainness of those leaves. So we can make this one come down a bit further. Okay, I think we'll go with that. Let me just stick those down first. That's my little whale peeping in. Use dimensionals for this one. Oh, that's coming together nicely. Oh, I could put some embellishments on it to make it look like, well, either berries or like just odd dewdrops. Right, I think that's all that one is needing. So I have got a thank you on this one. I think I've done a bit of stamp surgery on this just to tidy it up a little bit. Sometimes when the stamps are cut out at the manufacturers, they're not quite equally, the die that cuts out all the rubber, sometimes it moves a little bit, so it's not always equal. So when it comes, you've got two choices. Either you can complain about it and send it back to Stampin' Up, or you can just live with it and go, you know what, I'm just going to trim it and grin and bear it, because I just feel there's a balance to be had when you're a customer. You know, when you have something that, yes, it's not completely perfect, but yet it's workable. I think I'd rather save the air miles and, you know, get on with it rather than cause a fuss. I mean, by all means, you know, contact Stampin' Up just to tell them that that's what's happened, but I think for me the stamp works, so, you know. Yes, they're the speckled egg ones, the ones that I call speckled eggs. Yeah, they're in the mini. Or they're mouldy blobs, depending, you know, what mood you're in, really. See, I don't think that's stamped very well. I've pushed down too hard. Now that can happen, and it does happen to me on a more regular than you would think basis, is if you push too hard on the stamp, it splays and it can distort, especially with what are they called, sentiment stamps, when the image is very fine. So just be careful not to push down too hard. That's better, that one, although the U looks a little bit odd. Okay, what's happened to Deborah? Oh, you've got fires. Oh no. Thank you, Christine. Yes, it's a simple-ish design. I mean, obviously the background took a few minutes to stamp, but you can use, you know, designer series paper, and I think the key is just to go for a one colour background, but that has texture. You could also just create in one hit with a embossing folder and a bit of ink. You could, you know, maybe create that look as well. So, you know, don't feel you have to do exactly what I've done, but it's that look. It's having the monochromatic dark background. I think looks quite interesting. So I'm just going to cut myself again some thinner pieces to pop onto here. Now actually this might, depending on your rules of sending cards, this might actually, if I stick it, I know what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it on the lower panel so it's not so thick, because if I was to stick it on top of that one that already has the dimensional, it would layer it up probably a bit too much. So, oh, I need to cut some new card bases. I'm running out. I'm going to stick it on that one for now. Right. All right, that's 3 done. I've got 1 background spare, but I'm done for tonight. So I just wanted to show you how to create a really interesting kind of textured background just using a heap of stamps. I use Mossy Meadow card and stamped with Garden Green and Old Olive and just stamped all over. And then cut out some leaves using the, I don't even know what this one's called. It's the online exclusive Leaf Punch, and then the Bough Punch there. Mini black dimensionals will work. Yes, the minis. Yeah, I just haven't got I can't get my hands on them right now. And so punched out using those. I cut out some, what's this, soft sea foam, some granny apple green, and then I had this piece of paper that I'd already put some ink colour on it, so I used some of that as well, which created a really nice kind of texture. Oh no, hold on, it was that way round, wasn't it? I'll start sticking these down while you guys let me know which one your favourite is. 1, 2 or 3. Shaz says, did your ladies love their gifts on Saturday? Oh, thank you. Yes, I think they did. Although I realised afterwards that a couple of them need to have proper metal, gold or silver, because their ears get itchy. So I've had to bring home 2 earrings to fix. And then the lady who we were kind of celebrating, I had never noticed this about her before. But don't listen if you're in any way squeamish about ears. Do not listen to the next 30 seconds. She turned around and showed me her earlobe, and she said one day she realised that she'd accidentally pulled an earring too hard and it split her earlobe, and it healed, like separated, and she showed me at the dinner table. And she said, it never hurt and it never bled. I was just like, oh my goodness, I'd never noticed that about you. And she said, well, sometimes I do wear clip-ons. And she says that she does wear clip-ons, and she adapts earrings, like if she's gifted earrings, she'll adapt them to wear them or whatever. And yeah, so I was just like, okay. Then I was telling another friend of mine about it yesterday, and she went, oh yeah, I knew somebody that happened to. I was like, okay. Yeah, we had a lovely time. For the first time in a very, very, very long time, I had a starter, main and pudding. But I had, because we were near the Manchester area, there were some foods that were on the menu that were particular to Manchester, or or perhaps the where they sourced it was close to Manchester. So I had black pudding and poached egg for my starter. It did come on a crumpet, but I decided not to eat the crumpet so that I would have more space for my main. And I had a pea, and I presume it was cream, like risotto, and it had a piece of, I think it was sea bass on top, and some prawns. The prawns were cooked to perfection. The fish I found a little salty, and the whole dish a little salty, because I think they'd put sea salt on the crust of the fish, and I kind of just tucked into the skin thinking, oh yeah, I can eat this. And then by the end of the meal I was like, whoa, that was really quite salty, and I was quite thirsty when I got home. And then I had a chocolate brownie and an espresso for pudding, which was very nice. But the company was even nicer. So yes, thank you. I had a lovely time. Right, so I could pop a couple of these on here. Now they are a little bit glittery, but it sort of makes sense to have those on there. Number 3, says Deborah. I'll go back and watch from the start. Oh, thank you. So as I said at the beginning, if you do watch my channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please do, as it just makes it easier for you to be able to find my videos. It also helps the algorithms. It helps me to be seen on this channel, and I would appreciate a subscribe if you do like what you see. Obviously, I'm not expecting you to enjoy every single video that I've ever done, but there are over 1,000 videos. I think, didn't I count 3,000 at the last count? There's an incredible amount of videos of mine on YouTube, and lots of different kind of styles and techniques. And so I do have playlists as well that will show particular styles. Like there's a whole Christmas album, or playlist rather, not album, and Masculine Monday has its playlist, or masculine style cards rather. So this will go in the masculine style cards. Now, I have said this before, just because I say the word masculine doesn't mean you only send these to the guys, or the men rather, because I use guys collectively for male and female. But it just, masculine will normally mean that I've just not gone over the top with the florals and the butterflies and the pink and the frilly. It's just a bit of a toned down, you know, maybe more neutral palette. So that could be your style, whatever sex you are. But you know, that's what that theme means. Right. Online classes. Yes, what have I got coming up? I've got the class that's sort of timed for the Europeans. Oh, excuse me, South Pacificas coming up on Saturday. That's the canvas, the altered canvas stroke mixed media canvas coming up this Saturday. On Thursday evening, Friday evening, sorry, I am doing the Christmas wreath. Now I do have spaces for that, as I only have 5 people on that one at the moment, which I am happy to run, but I could do with a couple more people for that one. So the Christmas wreath class is basically stamping I'll just see if I can find it to show you, a foliage wreath, and then sticking some flowers, paper flowers over the top. And yeah, so it's really nice, sort of like getting ready for Christmas home decor type thing. So this class is running on Friday evening. So that will be afternoon for you guys in the States and Canada, and it will be very, very early morning for those of you who are in Australia. So if anyone is interested, excuse me, oh my word, in that class, please email me, ruthtrice@gmail.com, and I'm happy to take more bookings for that one. The class is £20, and obviously I do not supply any products. You need to have lots of leaf stamps, lots of green ink, various green inks, and then maybe cut out some flowers that you would like to use, and we'll go through shaping them, you know, maybe 2 or 3 different ways of how to use the tweezers, and then arranging them on your wreath. So this is 12 by 12, and I do recommend that you do use 12 by 12 for that. So we'll finish up on replay. Not sure when you... Oh, thank you, Cindy. Are you on the road again then? Lisa says, bring it on. I love early morning with Ruth and the girls. Oh, thank you. Yes, you have, Diane. Yep, I've seen. Am I on that one? Says Pam. Well, Pam, I don't know if you're on the one the week after. Yes, you're on the one the week after. But if you want to change to this Friday, you can do if you want to. Oh, Lisa, you're not on. Lisa, you're not on for this Friday. You're on the next Friday. Yeah, Lisa signed up onto the 27th one. Well, you don't need to say publicly, but if anyone wants to move, let me know. So, yeah. You're at your mum's now. Oh, good, Cindy. All right, lovely to see you. Have a wonderful time with her. Are you likely to see Jodie? Cindy. Oh, Karen wanted to do one. Oh, I'll message her. Is she on tonight? Oh. Oh. No, she's not on right now. Okay, I'll message her. Thanks, Shaz. Class is awesome. Mine is framed. Oh, lovely. Well, lovely to see you all. I'm going to go and snuggle up and maybe take a couple of paracetamol. Just don't feel quite right. And I've got to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for tomorrow, so yeah. Okay, Cindy. Just going to pop my Normally you can take that off and just do it, but I'm thinking there's so little, I'm just going to dink it in this way. Dink it, dunk it. There we go. Always remember to put your embossing powder back before it goes everywhere. Yes, Pam. Would you like to move then? Yeah, I can move you. So that's fab. I'll send you the. Oh, I'll start sending the invoices out for that one. I forgot it was this Friday. Right, I'll do that now. Fab. Right, I'll just send invoices now. Right, lots of love to you all. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get my goodbyes. Wherever it is. All right, lots of love, everyone. Please do subscribe and email me if you have any questions about anything you've